You know, there's a quiet revolution happening right now, and it's not on your phone or your computer screen, it's in your closet. It's happening in the very fabric of the clothes we wear every single day. And this change, it promises more comfort, a whole lot less waste, and honestly, a completely new way of thinking about what we wear. I mean, of course you have, right? We all have. That annoying itch from a tag right on your neck, or that tight seam digging into your shoulder. Or how about workout gear that just refuses to move with you? For so long, we've just accepted these things as normal, but what if they didn't have to be? See, for centuries, making clothes has basically worked the same way. You take a big piece of fabric, you cut out a bunch of patterns, and then you sew them together. But this whole cut and sew method is just full of compromises. Seams irritate our skin, they're almost always the first place a shirt or a pair of pants rips, and the cutting process, it wastes a shocking amount of fabric. It turns out the very thing that holds our clothes together is also their biggest weakness. But what if you could just get rid of the seams entirely? I mean, just skip that whole step. Well, that's the beautiful, simple idea behind seamless garment technology, where entire pieces of clothing are knitted in one single continuous process. Just think about that for a second. Instead of cutting up fabric and sewing it back together, a machine starts with yarn and knits a complete three-dimensional t-shirt or a pair of leggings. It just comes out basically ready to wear. It's a total shift in how we think about making things. And this is the phrase you hear over and over again from people who wear seamless clothing. It's like a second skin. And it makes sense. With no stitches or bulky joints at the shoulders or under the arms, the garment just moves and stretches perfectly with your body. It offers a level of comfort that your regular clothes just can't compete with. The process itself kind of sounds like something out of science fiction. It all starts on a computer. A designer creates the entire garment in a digital file, figuring out the shape, the size, even different kinds of stitches for different areas. Then they send that file to a crazy specialized circular knitting machine. And that machine just knits the whole thing from yarn. What comes out the other end is almost a finished product, skipping most of the old school production line. So is this new way of doing things really better? Well, like with any game-changing tech, there are some absolutely incredible upsides and a few pretty big hurdles. So let's break down the payoff. And wow, when you put them side by side, the benefits are crystal clear. Comfort, you're getting rid of all those irritating seams. Fabric waste, it's basically gone. The process is super automated, which brings down labor costs. And because the fabric is so stretchy and adaptable, one size can actually fit a way wider range of body types. Plus, and this is a big one, since your clothes usually rip at the seams, seamless stuff is just built to last longer. The money argument is pretty powerful too. Get this, when manufacturers use these advanced seamless knitting machines, they can save up to 40% on production costs compared to the old cut and sew method. In the textile industry, a number like that is absolutely massive. But okay, of course, it's not a perfect system. At least, not yet. Those amazing knitting machines, they cost a fortune up front, and you need highly skilled people to run and fix them. And here's the real kicker for quality control. If a single tiny hole or a flaw happens during the knitting, the entire garment is a write-off. All of that can sometimes add up to a higher price tag for us, the people buying the clothes. But even with those challenges, the versatility of this technology is just incredible. I mean, we're not just talking about making your next favorite t-shirt here. The applications are popping up in some really surprising places. In sportswear, this is a total game changer. Designers can actually engineer a single piece of fabric to do different things in different places. You can have more support for your muscles in one area and way more breathability in another. They can even knit in these micro-massaging textures, all designed to boost athletic performance. How cool is that? And for intimate apparel, I mean, the benefits are pretty obvious, right? Seamless tech lets you create underwear and lingerie that's completely smooth. No visible lines, even under tight clothes. It's really the ultimate combo of comfort and looking good. It's that second skin idea perfected. And it gets way more serious than just fashion. In the medical world, seamless knitting is used to make these perfectly formed tubes for bandages, for orthopedic supports, and for really critical things like medical compression stockings, where you need precise, even pressure to do the job right. Believe it or not, this tech is even finding its way into our cars and workplaces. Companies are using 3D knitting to make car seat covers and upholstery that fit perfectly. And in factories, they're using it to make safety gloves out of high-tech stuff like Kevlar that are not just tough, but also lightweight, flexible, and comfortable to wear all day. So, what this all points to is that this isn't just some small niche product. This is a technology that is ready for a massive global expansion. We're talking about a real shift in how our world makes things. Let's just look at one tiny piece of the pie, seamless underwear. Back in 2021, that market was already worth over $41 billion. By 2027, it's projected to skyrocket to nearly $66 billion. That's not just growth, that's an explosion. It tells you exactly where people's money and preferences are going. And, this didn't just happen overnight. This has been a long time coming. The technology first started hitting the mainstream in Europe decades ago. Heck, way back in '85, companies were already developing it for cars. And more recently, in 2015, it started taking root in huge manufacturing hubs like Bangladesh, which really shows how it's spreading across the globe. For a country like Bangladesh, which is a total powerhouse in making our clothes, this is a massive opportunity. By jumping on seamless tech, they can cut down on waste, rely less on manual labor, and start making these high-value, super in-demand products that Western markets are just clamoring for, especially in that sportswear and intimate apparel space. So, when you add it all up, you see a technology that's about way more than just clothes. It's about a future of manufacturing that's smarter, way less wasteful, and more customized to the human body than ever before. It really makes you wonder, as this tech keeps evolving and re-knitting the world around us, what else is about to become seamless?